Hey Capricorn, it's Own Your Aura's 3rd anniversary today. 3 years since I posted my first video. Thank you to all of you for making it happen. I'm gonna start with the first card. I thought, what better way to kick off the celebrations than to read for Capricorn. It's 9:45 AM here, Sunday. First card out, we've got the Ace of Cups. It's a time of replenishment, a moment to surrender, a moment to take your eye off the ball, to detach, to release, to restore, to end avoiding situations, people, places and things that irritate your spirit. This is an end to resistance. Resist anything, resist everything. This is an end to being uptight in terms of needing to do things the right way. This is coming back to that realization that there is no right way, that whatever way is right for you in the present moment is the right way, and that two people can do the very same thing and have very different intentions. The thing you're doing is not what's right or what's wrong. It's the way you're doing it and why you're doing it. This is something you've learned 47 minutes past 9, and this lesson is now complete. I've used this example before, but to me it's just the best example of this energy. An interview that I watched with Jeffrey Allen where he was explaining about that the physical follows the energy, and that he was working a certain job. He had a feeling to request time off, to ask for more time off than they'd ever permit, and like a synchronistic chain of events led him to his true passion, his true purpose, like the inner world being a fast track through the intuition. Sometimes you know the next move. Ask yourself out loud if you want, what do I need to do next? The answer will reveal itself. A lot of the time it's not that we don't know what we need to do, it's that we don't want to do the thing we need to do, that we'd rather do everything else but, even if it means working harder or working for a longer period of time. If it's less scary to do 100 tasks than it is to do the one task that scares you, you're going to waste your time doing them 100 tasks, getting nowhere fast. This lesson is over, meaning everything's about to speed up. This has been like a catapult energy for you to understand the best way for you to move. And again, that doesn't mean the right way to move, because what's right for one isn't necessarily right for the other. That light is way too bright, I just have to turn it down. Something's coming through about the root chakra, about being ungrounded. If you're experiencing stomach problems, skin issues, that you may feel like you're taking time to rest, but you're not truly resting. You're being supported to come back to presence, to be fully wherever you are. Shifting to being paid to exist, an end to exchanging time for money. In order to do this, it's like our physical body is a reflection of our physical reality. Regardless of how hard you work, is your nervous system regulated? This is an expansion, taking up space, expanding your field. This is bringing in things into your reality that you never thought possible. King of Swords, 52 minutes past 9. It's 0707 on the video. Because you are now oozing truth, oozing authenticity. There's, wherever you go, you arrive as yourself. It's an end to adapting to situations. This is interesting how this is coming through the star. This is interesting. So this is taking out facts of things, okay? I get if somebody studied for 10 years and they're a professional, a specialist, then some scallywag off the roadside can't just roll up and expect to be that and to be respected in that field when they're not in that field. This is more of an energy thing, how I'm trying to put this across. This isn't about specifics. So if this resonates, it will. If it doesn't, it doesn't, King of Wands. You sign up to go to an event. There's somebody at the event that everybody is nervous to speak to because they think so highly of them, and maybe for good reason. You walk into the event, you see everybody so nervous to speak to this person, and your mind starts going, wow, how lucky am I to be able to meet this person so highly respected, this person so, you know, like, you're anxious, you're worried about saying the wrong thing, maybe you start to sweat, you start to get shaky, you're almost like bowing down to this individual. And then you decide in a second that this person that you're nervous to meet is not as respected as you, is not as special as you, that they haven't done anything for you to look up to. You choose not to look up to anyone, not to look down at anyone, look them straight in the fucking eye. So all of a sudden, it's not a big deal to meet this person. They're no more than you. You don't care what they think of you. The anxiety is gone. And what you've done there, in terms of a shift, is you've shifted yourself from being in the vibration of the nervous neresis and being part of that energy. It's coming through in a specific way, and I'm going to explain what's coming through in a second. You've shifted from being in that majority to pulling yourself out to not only the same level as the person that is dominating the room, but you've lifted yourself above them. 1147. The way the image I'm getting come through is a flock of birds with, again, Dolores Cannon, when she explains about, and again, anything I share on here, I love to challenge my beliefs. I don't love to, not everything I share is according to my beliefs. Some things are, some things aren't, but this is for the message. So this isn't about me preaching this idea, this is just the vision that come through. So a flock of birds, and how she says that, like, if you have a pet, if you have an animal, you bring the animal into your home, you give it a name, you give it a character, you treat it with certain luxuries, you pull it away from that, like, soul group, how the birds fly together and they all move in the same, it's like one spirit, one soul. And like, if you have a cat or a dog and you give them an identity, and they start to take on themselves as that, as a separate being, then can reincarnate to come back as human and slay life. And there's something here about, like, breaking away from that group spirit, that group mentality, that should I say, the group selling of the soul. The grass isn't always greener. Don't beg for permission. Don't beg for your place. It'll only make you meaner. That thing of, like, we're so grateful a lot of the time for guidance on things when it feels like it could help, and then when it doesn't, we almost blame the mentor, blame the that thing of shooting the messenger in one way or another, the fool. This is a new beginning. This is freedom, liberation. Being guided to read the Fool from a magical course in tarot. So comfortable. I don't want to get up. I'm going to come back to it. Past energy, justice. In reverse or spinning around, it did a whole 360 there. Maybe that's the point. Full circle moment from injustice to just. King of Wands. Oh, I see. That's the best you can do. Keep elevating. Keep reacting, responding as your true self. Separate yourself, own your aura. Is it even your energy you're in? Are they your thoughts? Are they your feelings? Observe, don't absorb. Is there a problem, or is it the projection of problem from everyone else? Come back to yourself, come back to the silence. Come back to your own internal bliss. Near future energy, guys. We've got the sun, Capricorn. It's been a long old road, mate, isn't it? Near future energy. This should be in the present energy. This should have been in the past energy. But near future energy. Two of Cups, foundational factors. A commitment to self. A pledge to self. Allegiance to self. Honouring self. Good sense of self. It was needed before anything else come in, because it would have been a ruckus. You would have given it all away to the wrong people. You would have given it all away to the wrong people. You would have lost yourself. You would have lost everything. Something. Queen of Wands. Temperance. There needed to be this love for self as the foundation before certain heights could be reached. The Empress. Seven of Swords, the Empress. Congratulate yourself for how regal you've handled the audacity of recent situations. And recent situations is in the last couple of months. Something's coming through about absolute joke ting, brethren. Four of Cups. Hermit, 1001, yeah. What's this? Yeah. But it's like I'm seeing Ariel get her voice back, and I've got Get Up, Stand Up coming through, Bob Marley, and it's like reclaiming your voice. Years of things being suppressed. Someone could have caught you on the wrong day. This has been a conscious choice to uncomfortably, painfully make decisions that break your own heart, because you know that it's what's needed. Like, it could be really comfortable in a situation and certain things could appear okay, but intuitively you just knew it was wrong. You could have received a lot of judgment for this, whether this was leaving a relationship, leaving a job, leaving a business, leaving a friend, leaving a family member, whatever it might be. Something was off key, and this was making decisions and being in the tower before the tower arrived. This has saved you a whole lot of suffering. Although there was suffering in the short term, it's you've made healthy decisions here, for the highest good of yourself, for the highest good of all. Because it's like, even hanging around because people want you to hang around when you know it's a toxic situation, it's not only hurting you, it's hurting the other person. There was a need to defend yourself, and there was a need to protect yourself. And there's been this lesson of when to fight and when to surrender. New community coming in. This is absolute bliss, this sun energy in the near future. External influences, yeah, you're walking through the fire. Period of initiation, a long period of initiation. What you asked for. Just get to the top of the mountain now, eh? It's like, oh, let's take a break. We need to, stop halfway up the mountain and take a rest and find some shelter. It's like, let's just get up the top of the mountain now, eh? It's like, okay, well, if some things are going to break your heart if you do it that way, okay, I'll heal that. Let's just get up the top of the mountain now, eh? I ain't got time for this. Let's get it done. This is almost brutal, guys. This is brutal. And this is generational brutality that needed healing. But gosh, it's put a rocket up your ass and it's got you on the way. Somebody is so, like, it's like, be proud of yourself. You could be communicating with past loved ones. Be proud of yourself. Somebody is so proud of you. You have done it. You have surpassed what you needed to. Strength, Emperor, the Sun. Guys, this is taking on really heavy generational karma. This is earning your Emperor status, regardless of gender. And the most beautiful thing about this is you don't know it. There's like a humbleness, a humility to your power. King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. It's a new start, new beginning. Moving forward in a way that you've never moved forward before, without the weight of the past. This is a letting go. I just asked if I should look into that past energy, and it was like, no. Beaver, 22, Builder. End of fear. Things are going to start moving. This is an end to fear. You've earned the right to see a little more of life's magic. The Crow, number 16. Loyalty, the dog. Number 14. Dog was the servant soldier that guarded the tribe's lodges from surprise attack. Dog is a medicine that embodies the loving gentleness of best friend and the half-wild protector energy of territorial imperative. Like Anubis, the jackal dog protector of Egypt, Dog is a guardian. Throughout history, Dog has been the guardian of hell, as well as ancient secrets, hidden treasures, and babies, while mothers were cooking or in the fields. Dog honours its gifts and is loyal to the trust placed in its care. If Dog has been yelled at or paddled, it still returns love to the person who was the source of its bad treatment. This does not come from stupidity, but rather from a deep and compassionate understanding of human shortcomings. It is as if a tolerant spirit dwells in the heart of every canine that asks only to be of service. You can also see dogs that have had the loyalty beaten out of them. They cower and cry at the slightest look of disapproval, but this is not their normal nature. Some varieties of dogs have even been trained against their natures to be brutal and vicious, out of sense of service. These breeds have adopted the attack-oriented desires of their owners. They carry an altered genetic memory of what service means if they are to be approved of by their masters. There's more in this book, but I'm being guided to stop there, and instantly what's coming through with this is the masters being metaphoric for somebody in your life or people in your life, whether that's family, friends, partners. They carry an altered genetic memory of what service means. Now, many things are coming through with this. It is a general reading, but it's coming through like what once appeared to work doesn't work, and there's a healing that needs to take place. So it's like this healing has taken place through you. There's been a lot to forgive. This is could be in terms of many different things. Toxic masculinity, and I get that term is so overused now, but I haven't, like, that's how it's coming through. Or toxic femininity, or whatever it is. Projection, emotional abuse, physical abuse, any kind of abuse, disrespect, maybe the way that the men spoke to others in your family, maybe the way that women spoke to others in your family, maybe the way that there was some kind of manipulation, maybe the way that there was a complete sacrifice of self for the caregiver going back in generations. maybe there was expectations that were toxic, that were damaging in terms of for your mental health. And even in terms of, like, obviously a lot of a lot of veterans have come forward saying that it wasn't worth it, and how they're like, their title, their name's been kind of like, there's been a lack of integrity and a lack of respect and a lack of honour for what they sacrificed, and just different ways of going about things. Maybe in terms of that militant thing, like what you will do, what you won't do, what's right, what's wrong. Even that thing of like, you're like a dog to your master in the military, working through that, owning yourself, doing things for the right reasons. That doesn't mean not serving, but it's like understanding why you're doing what you're doing, and seeing if the way you're serving is really helping, or it's just feeding the ego, or feeding some kind of mother wound, father wound, to recycle some kind of like doing things just to recycle some kind of pain, some kind of shame, some kind of what's coming through is I think in Islam a lot of the time it can be referred to as like the sickness of the heart, where unable to open your heart, unable to, you know, seeing through the lower self in terms of seeing through the eyes of lust, seeing through the eyes of judgment, of prejudice, of whatever it is, sexism, racism, the word I can't pronounce properly in terms of prejudice around disability, ableism, whatever it might be. Some kind of misogynistic energy, narcissism. Again, it's difficult because it's like there's a difference between the energy of being manipulative or working, or someone that hasn't worked through their shadows, and somebody that's like actually wired as a narcissist. Like a lot of things we label as narcissism, it's not narcissism, but it can still be just as damaging. So it's like just those traits that are serving no one, and those traits that may even be a trigger for you to heal certain perspectives within yourself, to heal certain perspectives that had been running too long. Reclaim the power of loyalty to self and self-truths. Become like dog, your own best friend. Yeah, it's like even through some kind of injustice, to not blame yourself, not take it out on yourself. Like if I don't like the concept or the term pet owner, you know, we've said before it's Kahu or nothing, but for the example again, if the owner has had a bad day, cars break down, little frustrated, snaps at the dog's going to cower and blame itself, internalize that projection. It feels like when you've done that for a long time, then you're just like ready to explode, where it's like you've been silenced, you've been made to feel a certain way you didn't deserve to feel. And it's that thing of no one can make you feel a way unless you give them permission to, unless you let them. But like how the dog genuinely believes they are to blame, it feels like you have genuinely believed you're this come up in a recent reading, the bad guy. You've believed you're like the bad guy for a period of time, where there may have been a lot of self-punishment that you've now got to forgive yourself for. The shock of realising how things have actually unfolded could amplify the rage to be kind to yourself, be forgiving for all, reclaim the power of loyalty to self and self-truths, become like dog, your own best friend. It's like if you have to remind yourself or say it out loud when certain things are projected, and you need to give yourself a reminder that you are not what people are saying or how people are making you feel, then do that. You are always listening to you. This is like, no, tune out and only tune in to what you know is true. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. It's time to take action, be fearless, happily pursue your most treasured dreams, amazing career opportunities. Protect the fruits of your labours, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environmental conservation. The world, number 21, a brilliant success. The freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Gonna leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.